Hi guys, it's already 9:50. I still haven't found any trade that I want. I was anticipating this to not be able to actually find a setup today, but I'll still share my thought process on how I view the market at the moment. So again, I always check the daily to the down and higher. So here for me personally, we still have this equal high that we created that I aimed I think 2 days ago where I had a break even. It's still intact and reacting from this daily gap. The 4 hours looking pretty bullish. However, I want to see a follow through and disrespecting this 4 hour gaps here because it is definitely holding. Um, so right now I'm definitely pretty bullish on the day, but what may happen here as I'm anticipating is 10 a.m. will actually manipulate lower and then we can see some distribution higher towards the end of the session. We see if that's gonna happen. We also have this unfilled hourly gap lower, unfilled 4 hour gap. On the 15 minute, I just really want to see follow through lower. But right now, you can definitely take this trade because this can definitely deliver, but it's not really a textbook. There was a 3 minute pattern trade here that I didn't like. There was a turtle soup entry that I was actually wanting to take, but I didn't take it because it just didn't really look textbook for some reason. There was an LRL, but this rejection here, I didn't like it. I wanted a more of a follow through. And for some of you that took this RB entry, you're banking right now. But yeah, didn't just really didn't like anything so far. But if you can see a follow through, a reaction of this hourly gap as well as this 4 hour gap lower, I will take longs toward this buy side liquidity if presented. Because right now this low is an unfilled hourly gap, right? At least it will be an unfilled hourly gap in the next 3 minutes. Then 4 hours, next 3 minutes will be an unfilled 4 hour gap. So those are my really, really strong key levels. So this one is just really dumping at the moment. But yeah, let's see if what will be presented for us today. But currently, really nothing I like so far. Because yes, we did manipulate here at a 3 minute inversion to the downside, but it's not just as clean in my opinion. However, I think if you did take this, you maybe got break even or got stopped out, depends how you're targeting it. But I didn't like this. Again, I was anticipating market will be to be less probable. I want to see actually trading on the 10 a.m. open instead of market open. And then there was a resweep. It actually looked better. Just what made me not take it is why are we holding all of this wicks? Like we literally cannot go break it or have a strong close on it, and then we're just chopping. Now we don't have an hourly gap anymore. We're just really looking for is in this unfilled 4 hour gap. I'm willing to take shorts if will be presented like maybe like a 3 minute gap that opens on 10 a.m. open, and then we can get a short off of it. That's something I would like to see, but let's see if it will be presented. At the moment, I think this will just flush through. I think for the people who took this, you might actually bank TP here if you put your stops here, because it's decent, but for me it will be a stop hunt if I did take it. Like I would put my stops here if ever and get stopped out of the trade, or maybe if I want to be plenty but still stingy a bit, maybe on the EQ of the leg, something like my stop loss like right here, and I'll get edged and be able to be in this trade. But yeah, just really nothing textbook so far. I didn't like it so much. It was decent, but it's like sort of respecting and disrespecting gap. It's not clear order flow. I wanted a clear order flow, so um yeah, like I want maybe like a really clean sweep with a clearly clean inversion that just really shows that one overflow is just stronger than the other. But this looks really good because if you would look maybe on the 5 minute, actually switching the 5 minutes, like we accumulated. This whole zone is the accumulation. Then this one's now the manipulation, and we can see a distribution higher here. If it will be presented, so the 3-minute will open, 3-minute gap will open now. Let's see if we can get an entry off of that. It's also a 5-minute CASD. It will be nice if you can show us the shorts off of it. Let's see if we can get shorts off of it. Shorts off of it. Say where ES is at. ES. Okay, it's also rejecting. Do you have unfilled gaps lower? Not really. Well, we inverse 15 minutes to the downside. We're retracing. I assume NQ is also retracing. Yeah, I have really strong conviction on this one. I'll go 1 mini with a limit. So, right about here. Fill me, bro. Fill me. If you don't feel me, that is insane. Bruh, that delay is crazy. That delay is crazy. That delay is crazy. Actually, is really crazy. But if we just flush through here, I'm just gonna mark it short. But I'm anticipating this 3-minute IFVD to hold, this 5-minute ASD to hold. So maybe confirm. Bro, we missed the entry by like a tick. If this CISD is lower, I am marketing this. We literally missed it by a tick. God damn. Missed the entry by a tick. Insane. Insane. Let's see if it still get filled here. The 4-hour is rejecting. We have an unfilled 4-hour lower. And the 15-minute flipped. But damn, I missed the entry by a tick, bro. Literally by a tick. Missed the entry by a tick. Missed the entry by a tick. Let's see if we can have a resweep here. It's looking clearly bearish right now. The 15-minute has inverse rejecting from this 15-minute gap. We have this 5-minute is about to open. Maybe that's, you know, when that opens, we still can get filled. We have this 3-minute, which, you know, could propel us lower. Missed the entry by a tick, dog. By a tick. So they say we're gonna take this 10 a.m. Then we might maybe go higher from that point. Then we have this until 5-minute open. Still didn't re-sweep. But I did put my entry on this 5-minute CSD. Bruh, literally got edged. Edged, bro. Like, how much points is that? 714, 713. Not even a tick, bro. Less than a tick. Edged it. Bank full TP. But yeah, it's unfortunate on that. But if we can get longs off of this 4-hour gap, I'll definitely take it. I'll definitely take it. If, you know, we're gonna be able to reject off of this, because it's really textbook for me to take longs off of here. It's really part of my plan. But yeah, again, no trade around this area. Then 10 a.m. I was waiting for manipulation. Yes, we did. But my entry got literally edged by a tick. Less than a tick. And yeah, missed the trade on that. I was thinking about getting a re-entry on the CISD, but it really lacked displacement. It didn't look textbook anymore. But yeah, this was that trade. If you can get the inversion here, I will definitely take this towards this entry point that I initially wanted to. Let's see if we can get this inversion off of here. I'm gonna just market this if we get inversion here. I have so much conviction this will play out, because 4-hour manipulation on this 10 a.m. on this, you know, unfilled 4-hour gap, step an hourly intermediate low. You know, really a lot of reasons to go higher. We have this unfilled 5 minute gap that we can use as our draw on liquidity. If you know we might reject if we're just really heavily bearish, but right now it's holding it. But we're gonna be opening at 3 minutes soon, so that is our, I guess, last line of shit here. Let's see if we can ski an inversion here, but so far we got our entry edged literally by a tick. Could have ended the day. I think this was around how many points? Yeah, easy 120 points. If you can get an inversion here, taking along here, slapping it, and yeah, going for like 1.5 RR, something along those range. If we do get it, a close above here, so update y'all. Hi guys, we're about to close here, so yeah, let's see if we can get a limit here. Okay, let's see if we can get a limit here. It's like on the equilibrium of this gap. There you go. Let's see if we can get a limit here. Actually, this is a really wide stop, so let's see if we can get a fill here. Hi guys, I missed the trade again by few ticks, but honestly it's my fault for not market ordering it. It's really textbook. I really love how it was formed, but yeah, I guess it's really just not for me today to take anything. And yeah, I'll just be out on the day. No trades. Missed a trade here like by a tick. Then this one, honestly, I should have marketed ordered it, but I just saw a 1 minute gap open. I just really want to see a little bit of retrace. I didn't even put it on such a place where my entry was on the 3 minute IFVG, but yeah, it is what it is. I wasn't able to get this entry, but yeah, I anticipate this to just keep going higher. I think I can still have a tray here, but for now, that's really all. Really textbook read on the day. Like I said, go lower. I was trying to get the manipulation around this range. I said we're gonna get longs off of this. There was a long, but I didn't mark it ordered in, and I got mogged on that. But yeah, I almost got tagged in, literally just few ticks, and then boom, just literally flushed. So that's gonna be all for now. Peace out.